If you've ever been to a casino, chances are you're fairly familiar with what I'll be discussing in this video. The flashing lights, delightful sounds, and rush of endorphins are all things you'd expect to encounter when enjoying a night of gambling. But what if I told you that the fun you experienced was not genuine? That it was manipulated by a menacing psychological plot to keep you inside the casino for as long as possible? Join me as we uncover the sinister methods casinos employ to keep you gambling. But first, if you haven't already, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. The goal is to get 100 subscribers from this video and, eventually, 1,000. Alright, enjoy. I'm sure if I asked each of you to outline what methods casinos exercise to keep you there, I'd get the basic responses. Hosting games that trigger a rush of excitement, fun sounds that make us happy, winning just enough money to play again, and the stimulating lights. While all these are true, I figured it would be interesting to share some of the darker tricks casinos employ. For example, have you ever been at a casino and suddenly noticed hours have passed? Maybe your original plan was to stop by, play a couple of rounds of the slots, and call it a day. But the casino expected this, and they don't want you to leave. To maximize your time with them, they opted to remove all clocks from view and made sure to keep the place as bright as possible. Removing the clocks is pretty self-explanatory, but by keeping the lights at a fixed brightness, they make your body dull its internal sense of time. If you're unaware of what time it is, you're more likely to spend more time at the casino in general. For those that have spent a long time already at the slots, they may become a bit exhausted, forcing their gaze to the floor in hopes of catching a quick power nap. But casinos can't have that. They need your money. Why sleep when you can be spending? So they developed the ugliest and most hallucinogen-inducing carpets the world has ever seen. And this was on purpose. This is to prevent people from staring at the ground and falling asleep. The thought behind this is that it shocks your optic nerves into wakefulness, which, in turn, brings your eyes back to the screen, thus forcing you to spend more money. Another method casinos use to keep you awake is a simple but effective technique: more oxygen. That's right. Casinos even take advantage of human physiology. To keep people alert and spending, casinos often pump excess oxygen into the gambling areas of their establishment. The more oxygen in the body, the more awake you are, or at least you'll feel that way. But eventually, you'll likely need to make your way to an ATM no matter how awake you feel. No problem. Walk 10 feet in any direction and you will surely find an ATM. However, walk 100 feet in any direction and you may find someone that thought they saw the cashier cage. ATMs are everywhere, but the cashier is nowhere to be found. And this is most definitely on purpose. It's in the casino's best interest to hide the location in which you can cash in your earnings, while making it easier to pull out cash for more games. If it's not directly in line of sight, then you'll likely forget about it for the time being and turn back to your game, especially now that you have all that extra cash you got from your winnings. Speaking of finding things in a casino, have you noticed that the place itself is a labyrinth? There are no straight aisles that lead to exits or restrooms. Rather, at each and every turn you will encounter a new playing area or a new game. Casinos try to distract you at every turn, hoping that one of their flashy machines or promises of victory entices you enough to sit down and play a few rounds. But let's say that you do decide to sit down at a blackjack table on your way to find the bathroom, and it turns out you win. Not many feelings trump the rush you experience when you see the dealer pushing a large stack of chips your way. But isn't it a bit weird that we don't play with cash when we go to the casino? Instead, it's chips. Plastic round objects that have little numbers on them to indicate their monetary value. Why is that? Well, it's a simple ploy, really. A simple yet effective one. They purposely don't resemble anything remotely close to the dull, grayish-green money we use. They are bright and flashy, fun to play with, and if we lose a few that say 100 on them, it doesn't feel nearly as bad as losing a few $100 bills. It's important to remember that these establishments are adept at keeping us engaged. After all, they are a business, and that business is money. This isn't me saying don't go to the casino. Do go. Enjoy your time. Just do so responsibly. Remember, they want you there as much as you think you want to be there.